So what up, y'all? It's Curtis Dondino, and today I will be reviewing Sleepless. In short, just to cut right to it, because that's exactly what the movie did. The movie was a really good movie. It's not one of those movies where you're like, you can kind of guess what's going to happen next, and of course there's a couple twists and turns there that'll have you thinking like, wow, this is written kind of well. But for the most part, you'll be able to guess what happened next. But what I really enjoy about the movie is simply how it starts. It enters right in, like it goes straight for the action. Jamie Foxx plays Vincent Downs alongside T.I. As like two like crooked cops, like badass crooked cops who doing like some gangster stuff, you know, stealing drugs. But that crookedness kind of backfires on Jamie Foxx's character, Officer Downs, because what happens is the guys that he kind of steals from kind of come and abduct his son. And I'm not spoiling anything for you because most of that you can see in the trailer. So all while he's trying to save his son, he's being hunted by the internal affairs or an internal affairs officer because she has this intuition of That's So Raven, because she just knew every fucking thing. So now I want to kind of do like a cast breakdown. Jamie Foxx as Vincent Downs, and it was really the only name I remember. And if you see the movie, which I recommend you to, you'll understand why I remember that name. So basically, everything that he did was believable. The only thing that got me, and this isn't a flaw of his acting ability, but this is a flaw in the writing. So without giving too much away, my problem with Vincent Downs was, you aren't Superman. How are you invincible? That's all I'm saying. Okay, so then we got Gabrielle Union. Now see, I thought Gabrielle Union would be in there more, which I was kind of disappointed by because I really like to see her. But where Gabrielle Union was, she was much needed. Now T.I., I wish T.I. had a longer part as well, but he kind of sold his character. Like, the character he played it well, so that's always a plus. So then we had Michelle Monaghan. I think that's how you say her name. Now, her whole entire character reminded me of Jess from Dexter. If you ever watched that show, like, one, she kind of looks like her, and then on top of that is like her character. She acts like her, like that nervousness there, but like this super intuition. And my only problem with her, not personally, but the character, I believe her name was Jennifer Bryant, the officer Jennifer Bryant. She was internal affairs. My problem with her is she just was That So Raven. Like, certain stuff, like, how did you know? And really, I think that it weakened the plot at times because it's like it was too easy for her. And David Harbour, I think he did a phenomenal job. Like, I've seen him in other roles, and I feel like this role, like, really made me pay him some attention. When I tell you, like, everything he did, he also sold with his face, and that's always dope to watch. Dermot Mulroney, I believe that's how you say his name. Now, I mean, everyone in the film acted well, but to speak on the character he played, which I cannot think of his name, what got me about his character was like, yo, if you're gonna do something, like let that be what you want to do. Like, every time he did something, it's like you can see the regret or like lack of seriousness there. It's like, are you the good guy or are you the bad guy? Choose. And I mean, that might be the way they wanted his character to be portrayed, but it didn't seem that way. So it came off as like, is it just that his acting can't sell it, or, you know what I mean? So then we got Scoot McNairy. Now, Scoot McNairy, I think, did an amazing job as well. Beyond the acting, but his character, it was just like, there was the grit there. There was definitely the grit that kind of made the movie have that level of seriousness. And you know, and a lot of times, movies don't have seriousness, and they don't have, like, a lot of, like, action movies, like, when it's like, you know the ending is going to be, like, you know, happily ever after, you often wonder, will there be any consequence? With him, you saw a consequence. And he was like, the guy brought, like, you know how they say don't bring a knife to a gunfight? I feel like he brought a bazooka to a fist fight. And yeah, that pretty much sums up his character without giving too much away. And then Jamie Foxx's son, who was played by Octavian Johnson, who's from Baltimore, so that's lit. I'm from Baltimore. His character was annoying because it's like, yo, shut your mouth. And then during certain scenes, his character was funny. So I mean, the movie has so many gems. So now I'll just kind of give you the pros and cons. So the pro I like is it doesn't do that like backstory build up where they try to marry you to the characters in order for you to care what happens to the characters next. It goes into the action, and it's not like one of those things where it's like, okay, the movie starts with an action sequence and then you do the build up. It's like, nah, it's like action, 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 action. It, like, if you love action movies, this is the movie for you to go see. Like, the fight scenes aren't like, you know, the best, but when I say the best, I mean like it's not like anything like you like damn, but it's a couple like ayo moments, and by ayo I mean like wow. So now for the cons. It's just like a lot of their motivations were like weak, and then it's like it kind of weakens the plot because it's like this person is doing this for no reason. Why are you doing this? Why are you so upset? And so that kind of gave like plot holes. But honestly, the most annoying thing about the movie, which was really, really minor because overall the movie was great. The most annoying thing was how many like pans we got of the hotel. Because the hotel was called like the Lexus Hotel, and that was probably like the main scene of the movie. And or like the hotel casino. And when I tell you like it'd be like action sequence. Oh, pan of the hotel. One scene and then pan of the hotel. One scene and then show the hotel name again. Another scene, show the hotel name again. Another scene, show the hotel name. What was your point? We saw it the first time, the second time, the third time. Why you keep showing us? We know you're in Vegas. We don't need you to set the setting so many times. You already did a close-up of the tag that says Nevada. We know where you are. Why would you doing that to us? Alright, so this is like not a spoiler, but low-key a spoiler. There's a moment where the internal affairs officer is following Jamie Foxx's character. And it's like Jamie Foxx's character is like this cunning, smart, you know, think of an idea on the spur of a moment guy. How don't you know somebody is following you? How you don't know, how do you miss the fact that someone is following you? How do you do that? Can somebody explain that to me? Like, you are a police officer who happens to be a crooked cop, who knows that you're doing something wrong, who knows you're in like a deadly situation already. Like, how aren't you like just a little aware of your surroundings? But overall, this is a darn press play moment, because guess what, guys? Guess what? I think you should press play. I definitely think you should go and see this. Please leave comments below. Like, I want you to subscribe because I want you to see what comes in the future. But leaving comments below is definitely dope for this one, because I do want to start a discussion about the movie. I want to start a discussion about the movie. I want you guys to tell me if you saw it, if you like it. Leave me some suggestions about how I should review movies, because I'm new to this. And check out some of my other videos right now.